Okay, so let's get into a nice comfortable seat and get ready for our class. So try and have your upper legs parallel to the ground, so your hips are in line, or if a little bit higher, that's fine, but try not to have the hips lower than the legs. Great, okay. So we always start the class checking into the body. So let's just close our eyes if you're comfortable with that. Or maybe just a soft gaze past your nose. And together, let's take a nice breath in through the nose, nice cleansing breath. And a sigh through the mouth. Let's do one more to arrive. So inhaling through the nose. And exhaling, sigh. Okay, so we just sit comfortably. A body scan. Take our awareness into the body, into our toes and our feet, just to ensure they're relaxed. And the ankles below the knees, and the legs leading up into the hips, sitting down nicely on our sitting bones. And then we're traveling up from the lower back, middle back, all the way up to the neck. And then noticing our belly. Let's let our belly just hang out. A rib cage nice and soft. And the chin very subtly tucked in, so it lengthens the back of the neck. And now awareness into our shoulders. Just let them melt away from the ears. And awareness into our arms, into our wrists, into our hands. And every finger. And let's take some energy up through the head and out of the crown as we root down with the soles of our feet. So we do a 3-part breath today. We're going to do 3 rounds. If at any time you want to go back to your natural breathing, that's fine. But what we do is you're going to breathe into thirds. So let's exhale together. And inhale, about a third up just above the navel. So inhale, just pause. Inhale a little bit more to maybe the rib cage. And then inhale all the way up to the collarbone. Full up. One more sip. Let's hold it. And then exhale nice and slowly all the way out. Great. So let's try that again. So inhaling just past the navel. Pause, and then a second inhale up to about the rib cage. Pause, and then breathing in, full breath all the way up to the clavicle. And exhale nice and softly. Just let those shoulders melt away from the ears. Let's do one more. So inhaling 1, pause, inhaling 2, pause, and then inhaling all the way up to 3, full lunge, chest expands, relax the shoulders, and exhale all the way out to an empty. You can keep your eyes closed if you want, just send the chin down towards the chest, enjoying that lovely opening at the back of the neck. And as we rest into this position here, maybe we'd like to set an intention, maybe an affirmation of I am productive and prosperous. So maybe bring that into your practice today. I am productive and prosperous. Okay, let's raise the chin now up towards the ceiling. So we're compressing the neck now at the back. Lifting the chin, lovely opening to the throat. Breathing naturally. And then send your nose back to the center and let's draw circles with the nose down. So we're going to go one way with the nose circling And then we'll go the other way. So once you've done about 3 circles one way, and then change direction. A nice warming up of the neck. And notice anything that's going on in the body, trying to release any tension. So we come to the center now, and rest your palms in your lap, palms up, and interlace the fingers. And let's lift the hands up in front of us, up past our face, right above the head, and let's turn the palms up towards the ceiling. So we're stretching out of the waist. Maybe bring the navel in towards the spine a little bit to flatten the lower back. And let's lift up. Try and melt the shoulders away. Just try not to have them up. We're just stretching out of the waist. Breathing in. Exhale, float the hands behind you now, interlacing behind, rolling the shoulder blades and squeezing the shoulder blades together. Breathing in and out. Really feeling that lovely opening across the front chest. And let's release now. Let the left hand dangle down to the side, and we'll breathe the right hand up all the way over the head. And let's do a side bend. So press into the right sole of the foot, or both feet, but a little bit more on the right to anchor down. Lifting out the waist again. Let the head sort of loose a little bit. Feeling that lovely opening of the waist. Now keep the body there and slide the right hand down about 3/4 of the way and press through the fingertips. So you should feel a lovely stretch from the side of the ear, across the shoulder, all the way down into the fingertips. Lovely neck opener. And let's come back up to the center. Let the right hand dangle this time. Lift the left hand up, reach up, and then over into our side bend. Again, pressing down into the feet, anchoring down. Breathing into the side waist, into the left rib cage. Keeping the body there. Exhale, the left arm down. About 3/4 of the way. Nice diagonal line from the shoulders to the fingertips. And press through into the fingertips. Really enjoy that stretch into the neck. Nice. And then back up to the center. Okay, so let's take our chairs away now. Put them to the side. And we're coming down onto all fours, so hands and knees. So the hands are directly underneath the shoulders and the knees are underneath the hips. Just take a look at the hands, see if the fingers are evenly spread. And we're coming to our cat-cow breath. So when we take a breath in, we lift the tailbone up, the belly goes down, chest forward, and maybe gaze forward. Gently press the floor away with the hands. And then exhale, navel to spine, and roll that spine all the way up. And let the head hang down, pressing into the hands, knees, and tops of the feet. Inhale, belly down, tailbone up, look forward. And exhale, rounding the spine. Let that head hang down, nice and loose, press into the ground. So one more, inhaling, looking forward. And exhaling, arching the back. So tuck the right toes under and slide the foot away from you. And let's walk backwards and forwards, pressing into the heel and noticing that lovely opening in the calf muscle. So when you're ready, pressing into the hands, let's lift that back foot up about the same height as your hip and gently reach forward with the left hand now. So press through the fingers and the heel of the right foot. Exhale and contract and bring it in. Inhale, reach with the hand, press away with the heel of the foot, and exhale, bring it in. Inhale, stretch it out. And exhale, crunch it in. Send the right foot back. Place the left hand down. Press into the ball of the foot on the right foot and lift the knee of the left side to the nose. Gently place it down in the middle of your mat to the edge. Slide the right sole of the foot down and let's reach up into our modified side plank. Now you can look up to the thumb. If that's a bit too much, then maybe you want to take a look down at the hand and notice whether your shoulders are stacked on top of one another. So let the hand float over the head. You get that lovely side body stretch. Breath in and exhale over to the other side. So back down into tabletop. Let's slide that left foot away, pressing into the heel and a gentle rock backwards and forwards. So when you're ready, take a breath in and let's lift that left foot up about the same height as your hips and reach forward with the right hand now, pressing through the fingertips, pressing through the left heel, breath in, exhale, contract and crunch it in, knee to elbow. Inhaling, reaching, we're looking down at the mat, now navel sucked in, exhale and roll the spine up to the sky. Inhale forward and one more crunch in, exhale, crunch in. So extend the left leg behind you, placing the right hand down this time. Press into the left ball of the foot, lift the right knee and send it towards the nose. Place the right knee down to the edge of the mat and about the center and slide the left sole of the foot down as we raise the left hand up, stacking the shoulders nice and evenly. So press into that sole of the foot, and if you like, you can take a look up to your thumb or take a look down to the hand planted down on the ground. Gently float that left arm over the head, really noticing that lovely side stretch. And then come back down to tabletop. Now let's send that right foot through in between the hands and gently raise the hands up above the head into our low lunge, and let's open up the arms. As if we're holding a big moon. So breathing here, letting the hips come forward a little bit and making sure that the knees are over the ankles. So a little adjustment if you need to. Hand come down to the mat, lift the back knee, and we'll slide into our plank. Let the knees come down, release the toes, bend the elbows, keep them close, and send the chest and the chin down. Pressing into the feet, inhaling, lift it up into cobra. Exhale down. Now let's press back into tabletop. Just take a moment, readjust the hands underneath the shoulders. Suck the navel in so you get a nice flat back. And let's bring the left foot forward this time. Coming up onto the fingertips, looking forward before lifting up the hands and opening the arms. Nice tilt forward with the hips. So take a nice breath here, in and out. Engaging your core to keep your balance. Then the hands come down to the mat, tuck the back toes and lift the back knee and slide into plank. Now the knees come down, release the toes, bend the elbows, keep them close, send the chest down, press the feet in, roll the shoulder blades down the back, Inhale into cobra. Exhale down. Now let's make our way into a wide knee child pose. Big toes together, knees to the edges of the mat, and walk the hands back until you can place your forehead down to the ground. Let's take 3 nourishing breaths here. If that feels a little bit too much for the lower back, just bring the knees together and again forward fold over and rest the forehead down. So let's take one more breath here. And slowly come out of child pose into your tabletop. Walk the hands forward, maybe 2 or 3 inches. Press into the ground with the fingertips and the thumb tip, tucking the back toes under. And let's bring our hips up to the sky into downward facing dog. Now let's bend one leg and stretching out the other so you can feel a lovely opening in the calf again. And then let's bend the other leg and straighten the opposite one so you can feel a lovely stretch in the calf muscle. And then just some pedaling to your own time, pedaling in and out. And then a little stillness and down dog, externally rotating the arms out, hollowing the armpits and pressing in with the fingertips. It releases tension from the wrists. So let's take that right foot up into the air, bend the leg, and let's stack the hips into our 3-legged dog. Try not to bend the elbows too much. And let's take a breath into the front of that hip. Square your hips up, and then bring that right foot through in between the hands, coming onto the fingertips. Pivot the back heel down. Press into the feet. And let's windmill up into warrior 2. Now I'll just face you now. So we're into warrior 2 here. Back leg extended, pressing down into that back foot. Front leg bent, squeezing the knee out very slightly, aiming between toe 2 and 3. The body's in the center. If you can, so have a nice flat lower back. Let's raise the arms up into T-shape. So take a breath in, turn the front palm, lift it over the head, back arm rests on back leg into our reverse warrior. Let's float down to extended side angle, right elbow to right knee, and the left hand stretches all the way over the head. Inhale back up to warrior 2. Exhale into reverse. So a couple more times. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Try not to lean on the knee too much. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, side extension. Now let's see if we can pivot on the back heel, bring the hands down and press into downward facing dog. So a little bit of paddle here with the feet. Maybe a breath through the nose and an exhale through the mouth. And let's do that on the other side. The left leg comes up this time, bending the leg at the knee, and then stacking the hips. So you're kind of rolling that left hip over the right. And we're trying to keep our arms nice and long. And breathing into the front hip. On the next in breath, square off the hips and gently step that left foot through the hands onto fingertips. Pivot the right heel back and we'll raise up to warrior 2. I'll turn around again. The warrior 2 this side this time. So you've got to bend in the left leg. The knees over the ankles, so it's really solid. And the back foot's flat and we're pressing down. Raising the right hands up, warrior two, breathe in, and then exhale into reverse. Inhale, warrior two, exhale, extended side angle. Floating back to warrior two, inhale, exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two, exhale, side angle. So now bringing the hands down to the mat, pivot on the back toes, press down with the hands and come into downward dog. Feet together, knees together, and let's take the knees down, release the toes, and again rest down into child pose. Trying to get the forehead to touch the ground. That might mean your hips are up a little bit. And over time and practice, you'll find your hips will eventually go towards the heels. So let's take another 3 breaths here. As you slowly come out of child pose, come take an easy seat, so sit down and extend that left leg out. Bring the right heel up as close as you can towards the hips, sort of in quite close to the inner thigh. Lift out of the body, so nice long back, and let's wrap the left elbow around the right knee and gently aim to look behind us. So we're breathing naturally. You'll probably find a slight restriction in the breath from the belly. So take the breath around the back of the lungs and the rib cage. As you relax the body, your range may increase just a little bit. So one more breath here. And then as we exhale, we turn to the front and we switch legs. So the right leg comes out, bring the left foot up towards you, wrap the right elbow and gently sit up and look over your shoulder. So we're rotating from the thoracic region of the spine, which is sort of upper mid-back. So not the lower back here, it's sort of about here. So try and sit up nice and tall. And on the exhale, just rotate and look over your shoulder. Try and relax into this spinal twist. So we've got one more breath here. And then slowly turn to the front. And place the soles of the feet on the mat. Hands either side of the knees, palms facing each other. And let's scoop out the abs to really suck the navel in towards the spine. And let's curl all the way down to lying down on our backs. So really slow, really use your abs here and gently, slowly come all the way down. And as you lie down, bring the knees up to the chest. Little gentle squeeze and rock side to side. So release any tension there may be in the lower back. And let's come into some circles with the knees. So knees together, ankles together, hands on the knees, and slowly come into a nice circular motion. And let's go the other way. Really enjoying that sensation, the back being massaged onto the ground. Okay, let the feet fall down to the ground. Send those feet away, sliding away from the body, raising the hands above the head. And let's really stretch through the toes and the fingers. Let's engage the glutes, squeeze and activate the legs. Maybe screw up the face. Take a breath in and then exhale, release everything down. Sliding the arms to the side of the body, a little distance away, and the palms are facing up. Have the feet about a hip width distance apart, maybe a little bit more. Just get into a nice, comfortable lying down position that you feel you can stay still in for a couple of minutes. So this is our savasana, our corpse pose. And I invite you to stay still for a couple of minutes. So the last little fidget maybe. Body scan, see if you're holding on to any muscles. And then bring your awareness back to your breath. So you're listening and watching out for your breath. As we settled in and settle down, let the body rest into the ground. Try and let go. And I am productive and prosperous. Breathing in and out, that's all we have to do. And enjoy this space. Enjoy the stillness and the peace and quiet. So we're still watching our breath, noticing the body and the belly rising and falling. Maybe moving the toes now and the fingers. And now the feet and the hands. Introducing some movement back into the body. And one more time, let's assist the knees up to the chest. Squeeze them up to the chest. Gently lift the head and shoulders, sending the nose towards the knees. Then release down and come to roll down onto your right side if you can. Take a moment before making your way up to a nice comfortable seat. So I invite you to maybe have your eyes closed and your hands rested at your heart space. We'll take a moment and notice how we're feeling, how different we feel now to the start of the class. So just taking a breath in and out. And always give yourself thanks for your practice and thank your body for assisting you through the moves. And maybe let's place our palms together and rest the thumbs at the eyebrows, in between the eyebrows at the third eye. Maybe a little nod. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.